Blessings and welcome to the Path to Freedom. My name is Daniel Ruquillo, and as always, I'm very grateful and I feel very privileged that you're choosing to join me, that you're choosing to tune in a moment of expanding our consciousness, in a moment of raising our vibration as we as we move along the path to freedom, the path of awakening. So today we are talking about choice. We're talking about making conscious choices. We are talking about fully understanding that every single possibility exists in the infinite mind of spirit, or God, or the universe, or the higher power, or whatever we want to call it. This loving presence that is all, that is infinite, that is boundless, that is limitless, that is eternal, that is omniscient, meaning that it knows all there is to know and sees all there is to see. In this infinite mind, as I just said, every single possibility already exists. So as we move through life, the only reason why we ever have the experience of being stuck or bogged down in a particular condition or a particular circumstance is because we believe that there's no way out. We do not understand, or we are not at the level of awareness where we realize that we have a choice. That we have a choice, that every single moment, not just some moments, not just most moments, but every single moment offers an opportunity for us to begin again, offers an opportunity for us to make a new choice, make a choice that moves our life in a completely different direction. So the question, and actually the topic for for this talk is, if we don't make that choice, if we don't choose, who will? And the answer obviously is no one will. No one is ever gonna come in and make the choice for us. Whatever we are facing, whatever our experience, there's always a way out. There's always, none of us have come here or been put here to find ourselves in with a particular lot, and that's it. That is not how spirit works. God does not ever want any one of us to be in a space of stagnation, to be in a space of non-movement, to be going backwards, to be in suffering, to be in pain. God does not test us. God does not qualify us. God does not have any kind of favorites. But we've all been given the same faculties. We've all been given everything that we need to choose the life we wish to live. Yes, we have different last names. Yes, we have different backgrounds. Yes, we have different educational levels. Yes, we have different financial means. But independent of these, regardless of these, we all have the same creative faculty, the gift of independent thinking, that allows us to, in any given moment, catch a vision for our lives, turn within, and ask ourselves, what is it that I wish for my life to be about? How do I wish to live my life? How do I want to show up in the world? What do I wish to experience? Because God, there is no no in God. So whenever we set a vision, whenever we set a goal or catch an intention, in the moment we say yes to it, when saying yes to it simply means that we, in our minds, in our consciousness, we move from having a daydream, from hoping, wishing that maybe someday, if I'm lucky, if the dice roll my way, maybe that will come into my experience. We go from that space to saying, yes, from this moment on, I am going to be moving in that direction. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know when I'm going to get there. I don't even know what it's going to look like when I get there. All I know is that in this moment, right now, I am choosing to begin to move in that direction. We always have that choice. So a beautiful question that we are very wise, or actually questions that we're very wise to ask habitually, regularly, is what is it that I wish for my life to be about? So this is what my life looks like right now. Am I completely at peace with this? Am I completely satisfied with this? If nothing ever changed, which is of course not ever what is happening, because everything is always changing. Everything is always in a state of motion, always in a state of movement. But if nothing changed, would I be happy in this space? Can I see myself staying in this life, living this life that I'm living right now for the rest of eternity, and still be content, still be at peace? And if not, if the answer is yes, that's beautiful. If the answer is yes, that's beautiful. But if not, if we find ourselves thinking that, I'd wish for that to be different. If I had to be here for all of eternity, I would choose to show up in a different way. I would choose to have my life be about something else. So what is stopping us? What is stopping us? God is not stopping us. Circumstances are never stopping us. Anyone outside of ourselves is not ever stopping us. The only thing that is stopping us, any one of us, is our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions, our stories about what is possible and not possible, what we are worthy of and what we're not worthy of, who and what God is and who and what God is not. So it's all in our minds, you see? It's all in our minds. So if we want to experience more freedom in life, that has to begin in our minds. If I want something different out of life, if I want my life to be about something different than what it is about right now, it starts in my mind. So if I don't choose to begin to move in that direction, if I don't begin to make different choices than I have been making, then who will? Once again, the answer is no one. No one is going to make that choice for me. But it's up to each and every single one of us to choose, to take full responsibility for our lives. And so I know that I've talked about this before, and I always come back to, there's some very powerful questions that we can ask ourselves. Which one is, this choice that I'm about to make right now, or this choice that I just made, is that in complete alignment with what I wish for my life to be about? Is that in complete alignment with the highest possibility for my life? Is that in complete alignment with who I wish to be, how I wish to show up in the world? Or is it not? And if it is not, if the choices that I'm making right now are not in alignment with what I wish for my life to be about, or how I wish to show up in the world, what choices can I make to begin to move in that direction? And know this, every single moment, as I said, is a fresh beginning, a new starting point. Every single moment offers the opportunity for us to begin again, to write a new chapter of our lives. God, being this loving presence, is always for itself. God, being all that there is always expressing itself in us and through every single one of us, every single space, every single place, every single object, every single moment. So if God is all that there is, and as God is for itself, always seeking to reveal or to be revealed in ever greater and grander ways, it goes to say that every change that we make, every choice that we make that allows for more love, more freedom, more peace, more joy, more beauty, more creativity, more abundance to flow through us, to be expressed, to be revealed. Every such choice is in complete alignment with the will of God. Ultimately, every choice that we make is in complete alignment with the will of God. As God and we are one, as every path, regardless of whether it is a path through pain and suffering, victimhood, every path ultimately leads us to the realization that there are different choices that we can make. But we don't have to wait to move ourselves into spaces of suffering. We don't have to wait for conditions to be just perfect. We don't have to wait for circumstances to be the way we think they have to be, because that's one of the obstacles that we face. I hear and I meet a lot of people that share with me that if only that would be, if only that condition would be in a particular way, if only that was in a different way, then they'd be happy. Then they'd begin to move towards what they feel their soul calling is. But the sacred laws does not work that way. We can sit around forever waiting for the perfect conditions, the perfect circumstances to come into our lives, and they never will. But through our beginning to move in the direction of our heart's desires, in the direction of what it is that we wish to experience in our lives, when we begin to move, the sacred laws go to work, designing, orchestrating, moving people, places, and things around. The whole universe rises up to meet us at that new vibration, that new level of consciousness. And through our moving, through the momentum that we build by not only getting started, but keeping on moving on, conditions become perfect. Circumstances align themselves. Miracles happen. Serendipity, quote unquote serendipity, happens. Beautiful demonstrations happen. Not because we're lucky, not because we've won God's favor, but because we have begun to move in a particular direction. So that's my invitation to us all. First of all, to look at our lives, to ask ourselves, these choices that I'm about to make or these choices that I am making, are they in alignment with who I wish to be, how I wish to show up, what I wish for my life to be about? If they are, beautiful, we can keep on moving in that direction. If they are not, which choices can I begin to make to move me in that direction? Because if we don't choose, who then will? If we don't choose, who then will? Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening. Until the next time, I absolutely bless all of our days, and I bless all of our ways. With much love, many blessings. Namaste.